Hello everybody and welcome back to Doom the Dark Ages. We're just going to jump right into it and get on moving because we've got a lot of shit to do. We are in the in-game, of course, and we are doing the, we're going back through, like, the other areas, to get the, like, in-game content and everything. Anything that we're missing, we're going to head back through the first trial area here. Alright, so, I'm missing 2 collectibles in, like, the main area. There's a in-game relic here as well. Alright, well, first thing we're gonna do is fight these guys. Back up here, and we'll grab that. Try and there's that there. Is there anything else in here? I mean, there's that door there, but I can't get through there. Alright, so we have a classic room here. We have this here. Let's just go ahead and do the classic room for here. Okay, Alright. Match 2 has worked. Okay, so we have a leader thing as well. This leads down. Back to the top. Okay. Alright, so we have some of that there. I want to go. Oh, first piece of this. Alright, so I guess we'll look around this area. Here's another piece down here. I'm going to go up here first. Back to there. Gotta be something down here. Hello? Let me punch the guy. Huh, I guess not. I guess there's a little bit of ammo, but... that lets us get to this here. Alright. Go on the other side. I'm guessing we have to pull this over. Okay, we have that as well. Alright, so we can get the last one of these. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Slam triggers explosion. No. Stop shot. Launch additional blade energy. I'm gonna do this one, the additional, like, usage of the meat hook. Okay. We have another one of these. Destroy the gore portals. Alright. In 3 minutes. we did that with plenty of time to spare. Okay. That was easier than the last one. This song that's playing right now is probably my favorite track of the DLC song. That. This over here. To find a oh, that's right, the crossbows in here. We got that back now, so we can use that in the future. I'm well aware of how it works. Alright, I'm not gonna do that yet, because I know that once we do it, it's gonna bring up the menu thing that's like, do you wanna leave? And I wanna get everything else first. Grab this. Alright, I'm gonna fast travel back to this one. I'm gonna fast travel back to the top, because there's still like other collectibles from like the main thing that we're missing as well. Now that we've headed through like the purple path, I kind of want to head back through the main path here. I want to see if there's anything that I missed coming through here. There's also, I think there's also, yeah, there's also that down there as well. like an area. That's like a white area though. So how do I get over there? Buzzsaw. So is that a? I think that, yeah, that's another one of these. Oh, okay. So we got that down there. Okay, so, okay, got all this. We can head back down here. I think I can probably... Oh, yeah, there's a battery. There was a door. I remember there being a door over here. We still had to open. Yeah, right here. Okay, and that gives us the Slayer skin to the shotgun. And, well, besides the 2 secrets, it's all the... I don't really care about the secrets. But we got all the collectibles, which is good. Okay, so... we still have... Okay, so there's still one collectible for the in-game. Still plenty of that. Oh yeah, we have this stuff over here. Oh my. Give me a second here. back over to don't want to go into. I don't want to go in there. I want to go over here. Because we had this. I remember there being this that we couldn't do yet because we couldn't turn the fire. I swear to God, if I could have a nuclear bomb to basically like kill every fucking server that had like a fucking bot on it, I would use a nuclear bomb. That's how bad it is. Okay, so that's over like this. Okay. That's not over far enough. Here. Ice wall is facing that direction. So we need to get it kind of facing the opposite side. Oh well, yeah. Now that's fixing it. We gotta put it again. Okay, so we have all of that. We're good, so all we gotta do is go over here. And do the printer fight. matter. I'll be taking that. Alright, so that's the second one of those. Yeah, so I mean, I know you can explore, but we got everything we needed, so let's return then. Okay, so in terms of Hell's Core, we got all of that and all of that except for the secrets, but Purgatory is done. Hell's Core is done. The Chasm of Zalgaroth is done. So we have to do Osseous. We have we have everything except for like a little bit of platinum, so we're really just working on the in-game stuff for that. And then Uprising, we have everything there too, except for the in-game. So we're just doing in-game stuff for it. So we'll head down. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna head down into the thing and turn our. Armor thing. Alright, so permanent increase range for absorbing items. Alright. And then this one's 2, so we need to do the 2 Praetor fights from each of these. Alright. So, first things first is this down here. Pass all these guys. Last encounter here. these classic levels, they're not really hard at all, but it's like fun to just like kind of go through and get them. Okay, so we have this whole area down here. Let this one down. And then this is the door from here. Relic. Another one. He's probably up there. Oh, it's just like right here. We got both collectibles. We're still collecting the other stuff. Where's that other one, by the way? Oh yeah, that's up here. Oh yeah, okay. So alright, so we just need to go do this now. Kill all the demons. Okay. 3 minutes to kill a bunch of demons? Alright. Alright, we gotta kill Oh, that was easy. Fuck. Okay. Well then. Like, under a fucking minute. Alright, get fucked, bitch. Well, that was the easiest one yet. Holy shit. Compared to that first one where we had to, like, travel around. Goddamn. Alright, give me the easiest one possible. Okay, so... okay. So now we can... That's right, we can go back to this elevator over here. Oh, here's the platinum I missed. There it is. Well, that solves that, I guess. We have like 500 blood iron. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, shit. Alright, well, thank you for that. Okay, so we have this area down here, and then this area down here that leads to that. So we'll do the red area first. 2 more of these. We'll do this one. Get this one. Alright, so we need 225 basically. And then we have all of these, and then we don't need to collect any more blood iron. Like I said, I know one of the things that I read was that you don't actually need to collect every bit of blood iron and platinum, because as you can see, I have like nearly 550 platinum. Okay, well I can't actually hit this guy. I'm gonna have to restart from checkpoint, aren't I? Yep. Because he's like fucking glitched in the wall. So what the fuck? Oh, there we go. Like that, we're already super close to the other thing again. Alright, so we've gotten that. We don't need to go over here at all. Leave out here. Oh, I see what we gotta do. It's like the place in Purgatory. It's like the thing in Purgatory. We gotta move this around on the platform. Okay. Okay, so let's turn this. Like this. Here. Get up to this wall. I'm guessing this leads to the battery behind the... No, I don't think it leads to the battery behind the door. Oh. This leads up now. Okay, we can't go in there. Okay, so... There's one over here. Can we... around the back. Yep. There's some blood iron in there as well. Okay, so we need to get this over here. Over here too that I saw. Oh, and that landed on that, so that'll stay open. Allows us the blood iron around the back. That door. Alright, so we have everything, and we also have enough to get the last upgrade as well, so now we can just do this and fast travel back to Purgatory after we do this. course, we need to do the other Praetor fight to be able to upgrade the suit fully. Alright, there we go. It's 2 left. Alright, return. Okay, cool. We've gotten that finished. Osseous is done. We can turn in our keys now. Nice. Alright, so now that all we have left... Oh, well, actually... quick go into here and get last upgrade and spear. There we go, spear mastery. We got all those. Now we just need. So that means technically we don't need to collect any of the blood iron in here, but. Look at all the areas regardless. We need to get the relic as well. Okay, so the first one leads us down here. That's it. Oh, there's only 2 for this one. That's not bad. Okay. still looking for the other relic. Somewhere, isn't it? Might hear it. That's over here. There we go. That's all the relics. We have our classic level. Can we stop that, please? Not going over there yet. I hate how you just have to stand here and wait. Like, I wish I could just manually engage it. Stand here and wait for 20 minutes. Loading Now we got the shotgun, and now we can look at what the skin is for the shotgun. So yeah, it can destroy most incoming projectiles when racking like shell and fall to demons performing a hell search attack. A tracer and shield saw are unavailable when you have the 93 shotgun equipped. Shares the power input, weapon input with BFC. If you have both weapons, press square. Pressing square will switch between them. Okay, so now, can look at the weapon skins. Why is there weapon skins for this? So this is the one that we got. This is the secret one that we got. That's pretty cool. I like the repeated kind of barrel. All right, we'll switch to that. And then of course we had the Slayer one of those. Slayer of that, Slayer of this. I think we'll switch to that as well. So we have that. We've looked at these ones. I mean, that's pretty fitting actually. Okay. So, let's swap between these. Now, I guess we go back up here. this to get up here. Woohoo! Okay. Actually. That leads to the freighter fight over there. Leads to the drop down. Alright, so final one of these. We got this time. Oh, kill all demons again. Another 60, yep. Wish I had a... Killing ones are super easy, especially when you have like the crossbow and shit. Alright, so now all we gotta do is the Praetor fight, and we'll have all the keys. Matter because we don't really need it. So. wondering why I'm just ignoring them, it's because they'll just keep spawning. So, there will be more of the other demons that'll just keep spawning over and over until I kill them. So there's really no point in acknowledging them, because you'll just end up having to fight an infinite amount of demons while trying to kill the fucking leader. Alright, there we go. Now we can open the door and fight the boss, which I think is Zalgaroth, right? I think that's what the achievement says. Oh, I should get my final upgrade for my suit first. There we go. Nice. So how many trophies do I have left now? Just the one. So just defeating Zalgaroth. And then that's the platinum all over. Well, I already have the platinum. That'll be the platinum on the DLC, I guess. Alright. I'm guessing this guy's gonna be hard as fuck. pal. Of course, I didn't have the spear equipped, so... Fucking tank. Oh, and then the credits roll. Alright. Oh my god. Well, shout out to all the devs. I guess while this is kind of rolling, we'll talk a little bit because we are going to play the Master Arenas, but you know, I kind of came into this DLC not liking it all that much. I kind of thought, you know, the spear was kind of shit. But I really think that, like, as you've seen, I basically just used the plasma rifle with the spear, which is, I think, the best combo, especially for me. I enjoy just using that, to be honest. It's so different from what the original game was in terms of how it plays. It very much, you know, I have said, it very much feels like it was made to kind of appease the fucking Doom Eternal whiners that fucking complained that this game felt too slow for them. You know, like, and the thing is that I've never really actually felt that any of it has been too slow. Like I know Eternal is like 2 times speed, 4 times speed type feel. But in all honesty, it just kind of becomes chaos at some point. And I kind of, like a lot of other people, really got sick of listening to these people complain and bitch about how it's not Doom Eternal. Which, yeah, I've said before, Doom Eternal of the 3 games is my least favorite. Not in terms of lore, but in terms of gameplay, and in terms of the way the map's laid out and everything. Especially the DLCs. The DLCs are really not that fun. But I kind of have come out of this with a better outlook on it originally than from what I originally felt. I feel like I kind of came into it, you know, kind of understanding a little bit more in terms of like what power I wanted to use. And I'm sure for other people, they want to like mix and match all the powers, but for me, it was really just the stab that I felt was the elite part. I mean, the dash is really kind of what saves it a lot. I felt that the story was cool, but I do want to point out that we never... I mean, it makes me kind of wonder if there was originally maybe planned to be multiple expansions for this. Like, there was maybe going to be this one, and then there was going to be another one after this, because we still don't really have the answer of how... We have the answer of how the Slayer got the Praetor suit, which of course he wore in, you know, in Doom 2016 and into Eternal when it got upgraded. But we don't actually still have an answer as to how the Slayer got to the point of Doom 2016. Like, we don't have an answer of how we get to that part, really. You know, in terms of lore, it's kind of it has expanded upon like how the Sentinels turned against the Makers. We have that now. I mean, we learned about that in Doom Eternal's lore, but we actually got to like see how that unfolded with the Khan Maker and everything. I feel like it's kind of, it has kind of wrapped itself around. I do wish that we would have gotten an answer as to how we got to 2016 to that point of like him coming out of the fucking coffin. Really how that gets to there. So there might have been plans for another expansion, but of course, behind the scenes, we obviously know, and I'm gonna get a little mean for a second. We obviously know that Microsoft doesn't know how to handle any of their fucking businesses. We obviously know that Asha does not know how to fucking run a business. This stupid bitch is now running off to fucking work, for the government on top of it. The fascist government, nonetheless. And, she keeps talking about how, it's important to, make Xbox better and how to, to take Xbox from the sinking ship that it's been for the last 5 years and turn it around and, be for the gamers and all this other bullshit, yet they continue to close studios and lay off people, laying off, as of this, just like a couple weeks ago, they laid off 3,200 fucking people, 1,600 of which lost their jobs that fucking day. And the id team that helped develop this was gutted as well. And I honestly think that if you wonder why I don't stream on Xbox anymore, it's not just because it's a hassle. It's because I'm honestly just tired of, really playing on that system. I really only play, the only two things that I really play on that is, at this point, Horizon 6 and the Crew Motorfest, because I play racing games. I'm buying all these stream games and shit on PlayStation, and don't get me wrong, obviously that's not a better topic. But my point is that, I feel like Microsoft is failing these developers, they're failing these studios. Back when they acquired Bethesda, a lot of us thought that Microsoft was gonna actually be super useful in the idea of okay, we're going to take Xbox and we're going to take it to another level because we're going to have these studios that Microsoft, since they make hundreds of billions of dollars, are going to be able to pump money into Xbox so that they're going to be able to, celebrate all these studios by giving them more cash flow to be able to make more games, especially what we thought would be exclusive games to the Xbox. And at the time, it looked like it would be a great outlook. But of course, the problem is that the games industry over the last 10 years has become a greedy cesspit of nothing but fucking, bullshit CEOs that have been trying to just run up the bill on all of these fucking games, in the sense that they create all these games that nobody fucking wants, and they shut them down within matters of weeks. Look at all these live service titles that have done that. The studios are being failed by the publishers, and a lot of developers that actually deserve to have their jobs are losing them. And the developers that don't deserve to have their fucking jobs, because they're the ones that are serving their fucking masters the bullshit that we don't want, are still having their jobs. Yeah, I feel extremely bad for the id team because they've created a masterpiece. When the Dark Ages came out, I was super excited for it. I loved everything about it. We waited over a DLC. We waited over a year for this DLC, and I actually feel like in the end, this is kind of an unfortunate farewell to this, because I don't think that we're going to see a Doom game for a while. I know that I mentioned how there was rumors that there is possibly another game in development early, obviously beginning stages. However, we just don't really know what the future is going to look like with this series at this point. We don't really know what the future of any of these, studios is going to look like, because with all the job cuts and everything happening at Microsoft and happening at Xbox, you know, the development, that's the problem, is that when there's people defending this and saying, oh, well, they're getting rid of the bloat. No, they're not. People don't understand that modern game development takes a lot of people. And there's a reason why these games take longer and longer to develop. They cost more, they take longer and longer to develop, and if you cut these teams and you cut these people and you fire them, they lose their jobs, it just takes longer for them to get out. For example, they announced Elder Scrolls 8 years ago, and it's still not here. They announced it 8 years ago. And then I read not too long ago that specifically will be impacted by all these layoffs. So it's just going to take longer. So see, people think that they're going to get rid of all this excess bloat so that they can get games out fast. That's not how it works. People don't understand how this works. I've been in this industry since I was a child. I have been playing games, and in not just playing games. I have watched game development. I have watched behind the scenes. I have you know, talked. I've had friends in the industry that I've talked to about a lot of this stuff before. You know, years ago, I had friends that worked for Ubisoft, and game development is a lot more moving parts than a lot of people give credit for. My point is that I feel like, you know, we are not getting the things that we should from these big companies that are promising all these things, and the developers can't deliver because they're not allowed to deliver what they want to put out. I feel like it is being failed by Microsoft, and I know that there's been numerous studios now that have divested from Microsoft and from Xbox. However, I feel like in all honesty, if we really want to see progress in the future for a lot of these games, because, you know, obviously it's just getting worse. We're in a really bad crossroads where both, you know, ways to walk is not fun. And both ways to walk suck. Going down the Xbox route sucks, because if you're an Xbox only gamer, all of these games that you think are going to be exclusive are not. They're going to come to PlayStation. For example, Halo, obviously, is a great example. Gears of War has come to PlayStation, so has Forza Horizon. And it's just going to continue down the line. People, they can tell you, and they'll sit here and say, oh, we're not going to bring it, but they will. They will bring it to PlayStation eventually. And of course, the PlayStation route is not fun either, because now people are being forced to go digital. I've been preparing for digital for 14 years. I have, you know, I'm not saying I have no problem with what PlayStation's doing, but it doesn't necessarily affect me, but it affects a lot of other people, and this is a worldwide issue. I don't think that people should be forced into an all-digital platform. I do think that people should have the ability to have their choice, but I also think that the people who buy these discs should stop trying to shove it down our throats that buy digital don't own shit or whatever, because we choose to buy digital. You want that choice, so why are we not allowed to have that choice? If you want to be able to have the choice, and I support your choice, then you should be able to support my choice to buy how I want to buy it. I buy both physical and digital. I buy more digital than I buy physical, in terms of games anyway. But I do buy physical games. I have Assassin's Creed. I have the collector edition of that. That comes with a disc. I made a joke about it being a coaster. But the point is that both of these roads are not fun. Both of these companies are greedy as shit, and they're failing developers left and right. PlayStation has closed studios. Xbox has closed studios. It's bad. And the reason I'm going on this tangent is because I think people need to understand that the games industry is not good, and it hasn't been good for nearly a decade now. It's just gotten worse. Like, 2016 was really kind of the downward spiral where we started to see these layoffs happening that shouldn't have happened, and it just kind of continued. And once COVID hit, it just kind of imploded on itself. I think that, you know, the developers that created that helped create this, you know, that helped craft this expansion deserve better. That's my point. They deserve better. And they deserve to have the jobs that they want, to be able to make the games they want, to be able to deliver more experiences like this. Because, in all honesty, yeah, sure, I like, you know, playing a lot of shooters. You know, everybody always complains about ball and gun gamers or whatever. I'm not a ball gamer, but I am a gun gamer. I do like shooters, but I like shooters like this. I like well-crafted stories with cool lore and just, I mean, the Dark Ages was just crazy in general. I really liked this title, and frankly, I would love, you know, Doom is a series that I've always been a fan of. I've always said that Doom 3 is my favorite. And I think about these games all the time, not just because they're super gory and fast-paced and, you know, just shoot everything, but because they have such an interesting and well-created lore and story that they've kind of built through all these years. You know, like they've kind of weaved these together now, and these last 3 games have done so much for the story and so much for, you know, the series in general. And I think that really these developers deserved better. And I, you know, personally, if you've watched it through all of this tangent and you've listened to me bitch about all this, please do me a favor and just, you know, when you see the developers that helped work on this game post, because I've seen it multiple times, I've seen multiple developers post some of the concept art, some of the stuff they worked on with this. I've seen a lot of like the concepts for Merrick and for a lot of the other demons that were for this DLC. Please go like their posts. Tell them how much they're appreciated, because these guys have crafted such a fantastic game. And even though I was kind of iffy on this expansion to begin with, I really came into it, and I have to say I have no complaints. The spear, I feel like I originally hated, and now I really like. I think the in-game stuff is cool. It allows you to kind of go past the end of the story and do extra stuff, and there's all this other cool shit that you can collect. I think that it's cool that they, you know, they show you how you get the Praetor armor, the fact that you have another weapon, and we haven't even gotten to Repertorium 3.0 yet, which, you know, you also can get another spear skin from that. But yeah, so we're gonna do the master. That's a fast speed up. We're gonna. Oh, there's a fucking cutscene. Okay, hold on. Well, what is this gonna give us? I didn't even think there was gonna be anything else here. Oh! I have that. I have that picture. It's on my wall. It came with Doom Eternal. Well, he's hearing some voices. Hey, Valen, snap out of it, bud. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Sure. Valen hearing voices, and Thera bringing the axe to him. Sweet. Another spear skin. Masterinas. Yeah, that thing on the wall they went past is the it's like the little poster. It's like a mini. Well, I wouldn't say it's like a mini poster, but it's like a lithograph poster of the king with the Khan Maker, and it came with the Doom Eternal Collector Edition. I have it framed and on my wall. So with Zalgoroth defeated, Master Arenas have been activated, ready to push you to your limits. Highly recommend you're fully upgraded before these encounters. Alright, well, let's do it. Astral boss defeated. Additional HUD styles? Wait, change the HUD now? How the fuck do I do that? Oh, well, first of all, Chain Spear. Yeah, the gold. Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, we also have the little Merrick. Cosmic Elemental, the Buzzsaw, the Henchman. So we have 7 extra toys. You said it in the UI, right? Here? Oh, custom HUD style, okay. So you can do so you have Dark Ages. So yeah, this was the Dark Ages HUD. I mean, I know I have the classic thing on, but yeah, the classic face. I always keep the classic face on because that's fun. You have the Revelations one that we had. Oh yeah, so the Revelations is like the squares. Yeah. Praetor suit. Yep. So basically Doom 2016. Doom 93. Okay, so you have the classic. Fun. Even the weapons are classic. That's cool. Oh shit, Doom 3? Oh my god, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm guessing Doom Eternal? Yep. Okay. Yeah. The Doom Eternal HUD was always cool too. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do Doom 3 because I love Doom 3, it's my favorite, and I was just talking about it, so. Okay, so swap to this. Alright, so now we have the Master Arenas. How many of these are there? So we're gonna do these two. For like 2 hours, but we're gonna do these. Some more here. Encrypted Sentinel Briefing. Sentinel Codices. Security Clearance D1, Commander Valen. To the High Generals of the Sentinel Host. Before all else, you have my gratitude for the rites performed in Merrick's name. There is comfort knowing his brethren saw him remembered within the great hall of Exultia and placed his memory among the kings of old. You risked much for my son. I will remember it. I turn now to matters requiring discretion. The Deegs have reported a significant surge in essence activity originating within the barren lands. Initial readings exceed all prior observations and continue to rise. Whatever the Khan now pursues, it advances unchecked. The reconnaissance force is being assembled immediately. Many among our people believe the words spoken against us. Others remain unconvinced, but still cling to the essence. We will not reclaim our kingdom from hidden chambers. If the Khan has buried something beneath Necraval, then we will bring it to life. Bring it into the light for all of Argentinur to witness. Take every precaution, maintain all outward obligations, and continue normal patterns of communication. Knowledge of this operation remains restricted to those receiving this transmission. Prepare your men. Commander Valen. Alright. Well, let's head in and do this. Oh, there's the boss boss. Oh, we got the Slayer skin for the shotgun. Eldritch skin for that. What does that look like? Okay. Guys are annoying because they every time they spawn that, you can't actually do anything. Got the divinity skin for the shotgun. Actually swap. I don't actually have any more. Oh, I don't actually have any more ammo, but there we go. Alright, last one. falling off the edge of everything. got the ossified spear, as well as the Ripitorium. So yeah, you get when you complete the Ripitorium 3.0, you only have to do like a little magic, like whatever. Hey! Give them a spear. Get another spear skin. we also have the ossified. Oh, it's cool. I like the yellow. The yellow look. Cool. Well, that is going to do it for Doom: The Dark Ages. That's a final wrap on Doom: The Dark. We've done the master arenas, and yeah, it's all done. So now all I have to do is just do like a tiny little match to get the final spear skin, and I will have that fully done. So yeah, go ahead and exit to the main menu. Well, I'm just gonna leave this off by saying thank you all for joining me. I've had a lot of fun, and yeah, this game comes to a close, unfortunately, on kind of a sour note for the development of it. But everything about this I've enjoyed, even the expansion I've really enjoyed. I hope that you have enjoyed this as well. My final closing notes by saying that we're going to be starting Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. That's going to be coming up. We're going to have some more Mafia coming. I'm going to have another episode of Mafia coming up tomorrow that I'm going to record tonight. So thank you all for joining me. It should probably be like almost probably the final part of Mafia, but we're going to be starting Assassin's Creed and then Halo. That's going to be coming up. Thank you all for joining me on Doom: The Dark Ages. We're going to take it out by, we're going to do a drop one last time, but thank you all for joining me. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, and goodbye.